Now, I'm sure that we've all had this sort of situation where we've got a picture we would like to have, but things get in the way, especially this gentleman here. The notice boards don't enhance the picture at all. And our two little ladies, who could be argued to bring a bit of local colour, but on the other hand, be a good opportunity to practice to see what we can clean this up. And if we could end up with it looking like this. Okay, so we'll go back to the other one. And let's see. There we are. So in order to get rid of these things, there's a variety of ways of doing it. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. It's just, one way of doing it. And anything which is in the way of a picture is usually has to be selected before you can actually get rid of it. So we'll start with these ladies here. And so in order to do that, we've got to open up Photoshop windows. So I'm going to here, it says open with Photoshop elements, I should say, and okay. And there we are. I think I might just want it a little bit bigger down there, and we can do that with the magnifying glass. And one more. Okay. Now, in order to move the picture around, you can either go up to the move tool here, so it's easier if you press down the space bar, and you'll see your cursor become a hand. And there we are. We can bring our ladies up front and middle. Now, we want to select them. And the best way of doing that, I think, for this particular case, will be the lasso. And there it is. On the toolbar, we look down and we see that there are 3 different types. But this one or this one, we'll be using both anyway, but we'll start with this one. And you hold down the left mouse button and start around these ladies. And you want to leave a little bit of the background there anyway, for the computer to have something to work on to fill in the space when we erase it. Okay, so now we're coming down here. And around and up. And there we are. Now that area has been selected. Now the next step is totally, I can't think of the word, but it's not common sense. You go up to edit. Intuitive, it's not intuitive. So you go up to edit and you come down to where it says fill selection. Click on that and it gives you sorts of different options, most of which can be ignored. It wants to be 100%. Sure, I don't want to remove half the picture. And you could make it foreground color, background color, pattern, all sorts. But in fact, what we want is what they call content aware. And you're going to be sick of me saying this, but this is an important one. Content aware. You press OK, and Photoshop Elements does its bit. It's left with the marching ants, which shows where it was selected. And there's many ways of getting rid of those, but in this case, I'll choose to use Escape. And there it is gone. A little tiny bit of a messiness there, but not bad. Okay, so now we want to get rid of this gentleman. And in order to do that, we're going to use a different selection tool. And that's this one. They all come under the category of the magic wand, which is that one. I like the quick select one. And unlike the lasso, which starts on the outside and inwards, this one goes from the inside outwards. So we're going to go with this one, the quick selection tool. And we're going to make this gentleman just a little bit less. I'm going to actually increase the size just a bit. Okay, good. That should do it nicely. And so now we're back to the lasso again. Here we go. And no, lasso, what am I on about? That's right. So we want the quick selection one. Nothing here needs to be sample all layers, auto enhance. Something you play with later. Brush settings, not a problem. So hardness, spacing, roundness, pen pressure, spacing, maybe increase that just a little bit. There we are. And okay, that one. Good. So now we're coming up to this gentleman and we'll get him surrounded by marching ants. Over across. Good, he's nicely surrounded there. The only thing is his arm is not included, so we click there. And quite frankly, that's as good as it's going to get, I think. Yeah. Okay, so now, edit, fill selection, and going to use content aware again. Okay. And there he is. I'm going to press escape. And he is mostly gone, mostly. Unfortunately, because that is selected so tightly that it does leave a bit of an outline. But however, I think we can get rid of that with the zoom tool over here, the clone stump. And we also could do with getting rid of that lady as well. So let's get this one. We press Alt and hold this one there. And we want the target spot aligned. We need that. Opacity 100%. And we can vary the size of the brush either down here, or I prefer to use the square brackets on the keyboard, which will make it square bracket, make it smaller, or right hand square bracket, make it bigger. Okay, so let's make it a bit smaller. Right. So now, whoops. Oh, you can always use the backspace key. Let's go down here. So, Alt, down here. Undo that again. All right. Now we'll go right in the middle here. Alt again. And okay. Mark this one here. Let's keep nibbling away at this until you get something that looks quite good. Good. Here we are. Backspace, and again, let's just clear this last little bit up here. Good. And that, I think, is as good as that door is going to get. We will do a bit of polishing up later, but however, now I want to see how it looks when we're not going on it. So I press Control and 0 on the number pad, and there we are. So our latest are gone, this is gone. Right. So now we want to get rid of these notice boards, which really are not doing much good there. So up to this and spacebar and bring it up. Good. Now, the way you need to select these, because I want to be rid of that, that, and that, the way to get rid of those is you can use what they call the marquee tool. This can either come as a square or as an ellipse. But we're going to go with the square one here. And the way you do that is to make get the cursor in the right corner, left corner, and there we are. So that is now selected. So to edit, little selection, and there it is gone. Select, deselect, gets rid of that. Same one, square again. And there we are. And back to edit, fill selection, content aware. And finally, good. Okay. So up to content aware, fill selection. Oh, sorry, yeah, content aware. And that's gone as well. Sometimes you do get unexpected results like this, but that's okay. What we can do is come back to our clone tool. You want to make it, yep. Now here's a useful trick. I've pressed the left click up there just to mark my spot. And now I'm coming down as far as here. I'm going to press Shift and it didn't work, unfortunately, because I've got to get rid of my marching ants. Okay, try again. Up here. And spacebar. Okay. Not really sure what's going on here, but yep. Okay. Now I'm going to move the picture across to get this one more in the middle. And you can see a shadow of the man that isn't there anymore. And Likewise here, a little bit could do with some improvement. So let's just Alt and over here. And good. Now we want to get rid of this up here, and that should be relatively easy to do. We're still going to stick with the clone stump. Okay, let's go. I'm going to make that quite a bit bigger. Didn't want that to happen. So let's go back. Undo, 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 undo. Here we go. Button. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to mark this up here. Alt. Out. There. Oh shit. Bring it down here, left click. You're going to press Shift, and you should just bring a nice straight line down. Coming down here. Hold your Shift down. Okay, so now we just need up here, Alt, and become not bad. Right, let's see what it looks like now. Control 0. Right. Not looking bad. Be nice to get rid of those, and there's several ways that can happen. The one you can think about is up here under the enhance, and okay, we've got the gene between the healing brush and the spot healing brush. But I think we'll go with what they call the healing brush, and It's kind of on the small side, so I'm going to make it bigger, just a bit. Good. And I'm going to click on there. Come down. There it's gone. This one, down, it's gone. And I think that that is about it. Okay, so